Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is No Dust here, and we are back. I was actually expecting to do a Tavern Brawl video today, but if you mouse over the Tavern Brawl, it says, and it's where I am. It's hard to see here. It's 7:15 a.m., 7:25 a.m. Sorry, and it says the Tavern Brawl is going to be back in 21 hours. And according to my schedule, Tavern Brawl is always ready by at the latest 6:30 a.m. Where I am here is on a Thursday. So, I just want to chat about that. I mean, so the Tavern Brawl's been delayed, and it's been delayed for about a day. So it should have shipped about 3 hours ago. Blizzard have given the Hearthstone devs, the Hearthstone Tavern Brawl team, have given themselves another 24 hours. Now, I wonder why. And I could imagine. I was just seeing things on Twitter, like how I could see things on Twitter where the Hearthstone Reddit is melting down. There's also actually a post from the Blizzard community manager, Zaria. I don't know how to pronounce that name, and I'll put a link in the show notes. And sort of they talk about. So let me pull it up now, actually. And they talk about it's too complex to pull it up. I'll put it in the show notes and I'll comment it in the description. And they talk about some connectivity issues, some stability issues, and really sort of try and take responsibility for why the Tavern Brawl isn't up. My question is, why didn't you just ship a repeat? Why didn't you just do Rag versus Neff or Spiders again? I think it would have been better to ship a repeat for a day and then. I don't know, actually. That's my question. That's my big question. My big question here is why Blizz decided to delay as opposed to just ship a repeat and go, okay, we're not making this on time, and it's about 5 hours to go. I don't think we're gonna make this. Let's flip the switch and it can be Spiders again, or Rag versus Neff, or even, hey, cool, Mechazod. Give us Mechazod again. I'll play Mechazod again. Play Mechazod, make him harder. Oh, you don't even have to make him harder. Just let people try out the new Discover mechanics, or do the encounter at the Crossroads. And I'll put a link in the show notes to how that one works. Basically, you get a deck made up of just the deck is built for you, but it's random every time. You just pick the class, and I think that'd have been great with the new League of Explorers cards. I wonder why they didn't ship Encounter at the Crossroads. I wonder why they decided to delay, and I wonder what the ramifications of this delay are, because if this is delayed 24 hours, does that mean that the Brawl stays up for another 24 hours? I don't know. I wonder. It'd be interesting to see. I'm disappointed that the Brawl is not up, but I'm more interested in compensation. Yeah, I'm more interested to see whether the Brawl stays up for another day. I'm more interested to see because. To be honest, screw-ups like this give us a really interesting insight into the way Blizzard works and the way the Hearthstone dev team works. Gives us really key insights. When companies screw up, you get to see through the scenes, you get to see how they think. Okay, obviously I don't know what they actually think, but I can interpret their actions and I can assign a logic to their actions. Obviously I could be wrong, but the actions themselves, you can't challenge the fact that they delayed the Tavern Brawl, and you can't challenge the fact that instead of going for Spiders again, or Encounter at the Crossroads, or Mechazod again, they have decided to leave people Tavern Brawlers for a day. And I wonder if this will actually continue. I wonder if there's someone like Ben Brode will step in and like, hey, come on guys, people expect to finish school and people expect to come in and be able to play Tavern Brawl and get their free packs. What are you doing? Why are you delaying for a day? So I wonder if this delay will stay. So that's another question. Will the delay stay? And if it gets replaced, by what? Now, I think that it makes the most sense for them to, once you've committed to delaying, and once you've committed to a course of action, it makes the most sense to follow through and ship it as soon as you can. Like, if you can ship this, back in 21 hours, if you can ship this within 12 hours, I would do it. I would say, hey, look guys, I thought we needed 21. I thought we did 24, but hey, we did it in 12. Here it is. Here it is. Thanks for waiting, and sorry about that. Yeah. So I definitely think they'll. So why would you ask for 20? Anyway, there's so much. There's so much there. There's so much analysis going on. I'll try and get into the games because it's been a number of minutes now, and I haven't actually done anything in Hearthstone. So anyway, let's open a pack, as promised. See if we find anything, and I'll continue talking about this as we climb. Nothing. Earthen Ring. I think I already have an Earthen Ring. Let me. And Direwolf is okay. Panther is actually okay too, but I don't think I'll be making any changes from those cards. So let's see what we have. We don't have anything to dust. Yeah, we have a second Earthen Ring. I don't think I'll be running a second Earthen Ring, just given that I have a heal bot. Yeah, and I already have one Earthen Ring. Yeah, let's just leave it. Just more resources for future budget runs. I do intend to do, actually. Thinking about it, I do intend to do budget versions of other classes. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to throw all of these back. I'm going to be in the practice of skipping all of the flavor stuff. You know, before I used to unpause the recording when... I used to unpause the recording after it was like, you know, worthy opponent. But I realized after worthy opponent, then there's like, what's his name again? Malfurion versus Valera, blah, 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 ping. And then the coin goes ping, and then there's like another 5 seconds. Oh, sorry. Me talking about the game wasting my time, and I'm wasting Synchron's time. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I think I've decided to just skip that stuff. If you want to see that stuff, you can play Hearthstone on your own. You're not tuning into this channel to watch that flavor stuff. I'll try and keep as much of this to relevant. And I think do I keep the charge? Yeah, I think I might be this and Valianty next turn. Yeah, the health is not going to make too much of a difference. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to cut out. I've decided to cut out all that stuff as much as I can. I'll try and be vigilant about it. Please let me know if it's not something you do. You know, maybe it's not something you're super keen on. You know. But yeah, just for me, that means I can fit some more games into the allotted time that I've given myself for each video, and so on and so forth. Really? But you ramp to 5 mana next turn, but you have 2 cards. I don't know how much sense that makes. I'm really not sure how much sense that makes.
Here we go.
Like over-ramping and things like that. It's just real. Unless you've got Lothab in hand, what would you play at 5 mana? I would definitely have saved the Innovate for... What do you do? Swipe? Okay, you got Swipe Face. That's fine. I'm very unconcerned about that. I couldn't care less. Do I develop this? Yeah, it's bigger. I can take 3 damage to face. So you ramp to 6 mana, but you have 3 cards. You basically have to wait till 7 mana to play Ancient of Law. And Ancient of Law is a key component to most ramp decks, because you get to that mana point, and then you refill your hand. But until then, I don't know how much you can do. Okay, interesting. So it's going to take 3 damage. Are you going to take 3 damage? Okay. It means it means that I'm going to take down the Shredder with my health, which is fine, because this thing is more than likely able to challenge what comes out of the Shredder and still stay alive. Yeah, excellent. As opposed to sacrificing this to the Shredder and saving some health. I don't think my health is an issue right now, especially since I have a Sunwalker in hand. With this sort of ramp deck, probably runs at least 1 copy of Force Salve, or perhaps even Force Salve. If I was playing Ramp Druid, I would run 2 copies of Force and 1 copy of Salve, because I think Salve is good, but only situationally good. Force is always good, like, you know, 6 mana, 6 damage removal, and you can actually direct that damage in different directions, and you can actually combo that with things like Direwolf Alpha and things like Savage Roar. So it's just like, there's no reason not to run double Force if you have double Force. Like, if you're an aggressive deck and you can finish with double Force, you're not interested in playing minions on turn 6. I would put 2, so that's why I would assume that he has 2 in his deck. Now, what are you thinking about? I wouldn't be thinking at all. If I had a Ancient of Law in my hand, I wouldn't be thinking at all. I'd just be Ancient of Law, draw 2 cards. which leads me to believe there is no Ancient of Law. Either that, or my opponent has rage quit after innovating himself into trouble. And that's the problem with over innovating. Yeah, it looks like my opponent's either gone AFK or rage quit, or I don't know. I shouldn't assume that it's a rage quit. And I will play conservatively. I'm not going to play a minion because there's a risk of MCT. So I'm going to give respect to my opponent, even though he seems to have gone AFK. Because yeah, playing one of these, you know, it could be disastrous. But if I just hold on to this board, I win. You know, there's 10 damage here. So yeah, even when you think you've got a surefire win, you never know when they're going to come back from being AFK and then MCT you into an Argus. And then you lose. So always take it safe. I feel a little bit bad about recording that win, but hey, you're gonna queue up a game of Hearthstone, you're gonna go AFK. That's, you know, them's the breaks. Okay, I think we're on rank 20. That's pretty quick climb to rank 20. Excellent. Okay, let's go again. Oops. Okay. Ooh. My apologies. I have a few overlapping shortcut keys. Now I'll keep the Buccaneer. I don't think the fan is useful. Okay. It's not the greatest hand, but you know, what are you gonna do? Drop the Buccaneer. I'm just happy to have the Buccaneer, honestly, to challenge all of my opponent's totems. This is going to require something like an Earth Shock or a Rock Biter to deal with. Yep. And that's actually quite painful for a shaman to do, to not actually develop something instead and be clearing my stuff. Although, having said that, my hand is horrible right now. So, you know, everyone gets the short end of the stick sometimes. So yeah, what I was actually doing just before, you know, I think I need to clear this. Yeah. No, I can't. What's my turn? Yeah, I can't clear. I can't spend an eviscerate on it. Even if he gets a couple of good juggles off, he might actually still have to trade the knife juggler into my Darkline, so that's okay. I don't think I mind that too much. And it's very unlikely for the juggles to completely kill my Darkline. Yeah, so that's fine. Might have been a good idea to keep. Okay, that's good actually. Might have been a good idea to keep. I think I can sap eviscerate. I think it's worth doing. My opponent has dumped most of their hand, trying to get as much value from the knife juggler as possible. This is obviously an aggressive deck, and next turn I can probably Shadow Pan. And we're looking pretty good. Like spending resources, sapping a Puddle Stomper, I don't mind because it protects my Dark Iron. This is, yeah, not. I mean, we're not in the best situation, but we're not totally screwed either, because clearing a shaman's board is key, because there are so many shamans tend to run many things that buff their totems, and by correlation, by coincidence, they also buff whatever minions they have on board, like Rock Biter, like Shadow Sun Cleric, Direwolf Alpha, Flame Tongue Totem, Behold the Might of Stormwind Champion, that's right. Yeah, so always a good idea to keep a shaman's board empty, and don't play against many shamans these days. It's usually, if you think of, I haven't really done the math on the class distribution of what I've been playing against, and I think it's like mostly, it's like hunters are up there, Pellies are sort of up there. I think Tempo Mages and Mech Mages are definitely up there, and then there's a couple of handlocks here and there. Like, you don't seem, and there's some Wallet Warriors, yeah. Why is everyone AFKing? What's going on? What is going on? Oh, that's good. I like the Shredder. I definitely will take the opportunity to develop Shredder, even though it's not playing fully on curve, because it proposes more of a threat than Shadow Pan. I mean, this is 3 attack, 7 health. This is 4 attack, 3 health. It's more aggressive, and I like being more aggressive when I can. And I think that I just do some healing goodness. Not healing for the full amount is fine, and I don't know. Okay, fine. You want to give me free wins? You want to go AFK? That's cool with me. I don't know what's going on, guys. Really don't know. Maybe I should check the time in North America now and see if it's or perhaps it's the connectivity issues that Blizzard was talking about. Maybe that maybe the servers are screwed. But if the servers are screwed, I would be getting disconnected as well. I don't know. Interesting. Let's play a couple of extra games. You know, I don't feel bad getting free wins from server issues. But let's see how we go. Okay, Druid victory, nice. And I've got another quest, and we might be able to pick up. Yeah, might be able to pick up some more gold. Okay, let's go. Okay, sap. Is sap worth keeping? No, I think sap is something I definitely want to be top decking. Like something like sap is high tempo, but it's only high tempo if you have something on the board. So it's always better to be top decking your removal or drawing into sap and eviscerates. Yep, here we go. Here it's fine. So yeah, I found a link to what the brawl is meant to be. It's called Decks Assemble, and I'll put a link in the show notes. And it says, all of Azeroth wants to brawl for you. Start with a small deck, recruit as you go, and send them to fight over and over. I don't even know what that means. I think I developed this. This is a great coin weapon up, drop the blood sail. Is a great combo because it buffs it to 4 attack, and a 4 attack minion is great against. That's fine, I can deal with that. And I will run this in just to see what comes out. Okay, interesting. Coin a weapon. Get to a 4 attack. It's a 2 for 1, but that's okay. I drew a card out of it, and I have a 4 attack minion that's quite hard for the priest to deal with. I think I could have played that a little bit. I could have been a little more greedy and sent the loot hoarder to face. But like Shaman, priests have a number of buff cards and ways to... Okay, I could hit, or... Or do I just... leave it alive? This is very risky to... There's a high risk of this getting Shadow Word Pained. I'll just be upfront about that. I think what I do actually is I double trade and I now, I do intend to do this, but what order? Hit, protect the board. Yeah, that's fine. These are both Shadow Word Pain targets, and I'm happy for the MCT to get Shadow Word Pain, meaning that my Shield Master, which is a more important card. Okay, you're not even going to do that. That's fine. My Shield Master being a more important card, and I'm testing for Shadow Word Pain here. Well, you've got 1 mana. You may not. That may have been the play all along. So I think I need to clear this thing. Yeah, it's a little painful to use my entire board to clear this taunt thing, but I think ultimately worthwhile because Dragon Priest relies so much on having a board. But we'll see. I need to draw into sap for the inevitable Ysera or Chillmore or what else is there? Neff or whatever the hell there is. Okay, or a sap for this thing. Sap for this thing is not too bad. I'm not too concerned about sapping a Northshire. Don't really care. Don't really care. Valiant is fine. No, I can't clear, so I might as well just go face. Now I can go 3/4. 3/4. I don't really want to go 3/4. I think I'll probably weapon up and play Shadow Pen. I don't have a double charge of the weapon. Will it make a difference? No, let's swing. Let's swing. I'm swinging because I think it's very likely that I'm going to weapon up next turn. It's hard to say though. Hard to say. Okay. Yeah, so just talking about the intended Tavern Brawl, all of Azeroth wants to brawl for you. Start with a small deck. Recruit as you go, then send them to fight over and over. What does that even mean? I don't know. The description, it's not a descriptive description. It's just like interesting. Did you cut Shadow Word Pain from this deck? I get the feeling that you cut Shadow Word Pain from this deck. And I respect that. I respect that, my friend. Alright, excellent, excellent. I do this. So it challenges, and I clear the North Shire with my weapon. Maybe better to develop a Crusader, but again, keeping the priest's board empty is great. They can't heal things, they can't buff things, they can't valence things, they get slowed down really, really a lot. And Light Bomb, forcing them to use most of their turn on Light Bomb is also fine. That is cool, that is absolutely fine. Auto Barber is not important here, but being able to develop a big Shadow Pan is great. I think I will take one swing. It just means that the thing needs to be healed up before it trades into my Scarlet. Say it forces out a Holy Nova trade, which is a little awkward, like not the best play for my opponent. At a cost of 2 health, forcing out an awkward play, or forcing out a heal trade in, or a shield trade in. That's fine, I'm happy for that to happen. Yeah, no guarantee that we're going to win this game though, because my hand is a little small. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Let me change your
Interesting. Yeah, no guarantee we're going to win this game. Didn't think so. Okay, let's do this. That's actually a good pickup. This. I have to control the board. I have to hope for a sprint to refill my hand. His board deals with my board. Although I could pick up like a sprint flurry. Sprint flurry would be great. I seem to be running out of cards. Again, I need to think about whether this deck needs some more draw. E.g., Azure Drake. And I think reaching this point, realizing that this deck needs more draw, I think I will put an Azure Drake into it. One Azure Drake can probably make a big difference. Now, I'm not quite dead. I'm very close to dead, but I'm interested to see. Sometimes you're in a losing position. You're pretty sure you're going to get stomped. But it's often useful to find out what else is in your opponent's deck. Force them to play all the way to the end. Yeah? I mean, if this was a face hunter, I just concede. It's like, oh, who cares? We're done. But against the Dragon Priest, I want to see what's in your deck. Yeah, so there's always double Twilight. There's always double Corruptor. This one has a... You know what would be good against this? Betrayal would probably be good. Yeah, we're done.
Here we go.
Okay, record the loss. That's okay. Probably paying for the free wins we got previously. Okay. I'll do the Drake change towards the end of the video. Okay. This is very weak to Earth Shock. I don't think I want that. Yeah, I think I just keep the Raider. Coining out a 2-attack minion. Oh, he came back to my hand. That's fine. Coining out a 2-attack minion is very, very useful. Like I said before, against a Shaman, having 2-attack on the board to challenge their totems is so important. Depends if you play a Troggy thing. There's that Tunnel Trog that benefits from Overload. I wonder if you have a Tunnel Trog. I wonder. No, you don't. Okay. Yeah, so it's so important to coin out. Even though it will slow down my turn 2, I'm very happy to weapon up on turn 2. This will challenge whatever comes out of Totemic Call if the Shaman has decided to let its turn 2 just be Totemic Call. And if you play something else, I can use my weapon to challenge that. Yeah, excellent. If it's the 1/1 minion, I can use my weapon. If it's not, I can just save my weapon charges. Excellent. We're in a very good position here. And I'm not going to swing. I'm going to remember now, Flurry. 5 bloody in hand. Don't swing unless you can re-weapon up, yeah? Made that silly mistake last episode and paid for it. Should have won that game with 1 health on the warrior remaining, but yeah. Silly mistakes, you learn from them. You know, you can get salty about them, but if you don't learn from them, there's no, you know, you're not going to get better. Firing in hand, keep charge 2 of weapon. Okay, this is fine. And I think I will swing now. I mean, yeah, it's good to keep charge 2 of weapons, but it's unlikely to make a difference now. I don't think I'll be flurrying until late game, until I can buff my weapon. So I will save this as a finisher or as a emergency board clear. Being able to develop the Scarlet Crusader and protect the board, you know, yeah, so you have general rules, but it's important to know when some rules, when I wouldn't even call them rules, I'd say guidelines. I'd say it's important to realize when some guidelines are important to follow and when some guidelines are not important to follow. Okay. Interesting. We can deal with this. I think I can drop this, actually. But is there going to be a lightning storm? My issue is there going to be a lightning storm? This plays around lightning storm. Most shaman, whatever, run lightning storm. So I will play around it, and I will hold my weapon because I have a 5-drop play. Loot Horde Horse Rider. Yeah, dropping double whirling is problematic for him. This seems to be a mech shaman. You sure? Okay. I can finish this. I can kill this with I can take 8 to the face. And I'm not going to intentionally mill you, but I will play some cards to see what's in your deck. It's a mech shaman with a high tempo mech shaman with power mace, yes. I can deal with this though because we have so this is costing him 3 cards. And there's a rag. Okay, let's deal with it. I will take the damage. It's fine. He was desperate enough. Like I'm at like almost 100% health. I was at 29 health. I can go down to 21. I don't care. It's fine. Sometimes, you know, as a rogue, you're like, when I'm fireballing myself for 6 damage or 8 damage, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You know? Board control and repetitive damage on the opponent's face is a lot more important than... okay, if you're running this, you've got Wind Fury. Now, I will just... Yeah... What should I do? I can Crusader... Buccaneer weapon. Yeah, let's do it. Crusader, Buccaneer weapon. And now I will save the charge. I won't go face with the charge. Because we have Blade Flurry. Now, this doesn't... I could have also played Sunwalker, but I think it's good to take the opportunity to develop a powerful weapon. Just in the case of some sort of I'll protect my board shenanigans, some nonsense like that. Just like what happened there. We can deal with this. Okay, you're going to try and burn me down. That's fine. I have a Sunwalker just for that situation. Okay. I'm definitely playing the Sunwalker.
Here we go.
I'm using the deck hand to clear this. And I want to force... Is there a Lightning Storm in this deck? I don't think so. I think it's meant to be an aggressive deck. Ah, never mind. But do I keep... Yeah, I think I keep the Divine Shield minions alive because they represent more threat. They are harder to clear. A Lightning Storm will not deal with them. You'll have to swing, Lightning Storm, swing again, taking 8 damage to face. Let's see how we go, okay? You're going to have to take 8 damage to face. I'm very happy for you to take 8 damage to face, my friend. That's why I have a Sunwalker in my deck. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's also fine. That's also fine. Oh, I don't know how fine that is. If there's a second, if there's a second thingo, if there's a second rock biter, we're in trouble because that's 15 damage. I'll just be down to 15 damage. Now the first rock biter was spent, so I wonder if you have a second. I wonder if you have a second in hand. I would have cast it by now if I was you. Looks like we're thinking, okay, is there enough burn? Is there enough burn? That's my question. I can deal 6 damage with Deadly Flurry. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done. Unless you can drop down some sort of taunt. Both of the Annoyatrons have come down. Yeah, you didn't have you needed Rockbiter to finish me, but I have 6 damage with yep, and there's plenty of damage here.
Here we go.
Yeah, lucky. That Sunwalker forced out Rockbiter on, like, forced him to spend the Rockbiter and take 8 damage to face. That was key. I wouldn't have won that game without the Sunwalker coming in. That's, you know, that's really why you have Sunwalker. It defends you against aggressive pushes in the early mid game. Okay, so now we will put in a Drake, and I think I've decided I will take out a Tiger. The Tiger has done good work for me, but I think a Drake is more relevant in this sort of deck. So we'll craft the Drake, and I will put it in for the Tiger, and I will do the deck update now, just so I don't forget. So I will disappear into the vortex and be right back. Okay, I have returned, and I think that the deck list is updated. It's added 60 dust costs since we got rid of a Stranglethorn Tiger, which is a common card, and replaced it with a rare card, which costs 60 dust more to craft. So we have a Drake here, and I think the Drake will do a lot of work for us. Gives me incentive to put in more spell power related things, and I think the only things I would probably want 2 copies of, maybe Backstab, perhaps if it's hyper aggressive, but Eviscerates are definitely things that I would put 2 copies of. Do I want to create more work for myself? Let's sit on the second Eviscerate, because I have 40 dust now, you know. I have 40 dust now. I can make the second Eviscerate, but let's sit on it and let's see if we need it. Because actually, I could replace Assassinate with a second Eviscerate. Although Spell Power Eviscerate is a 7 mana play, Assassinate is here to counter Thurison on turn 6. Azure Drake Eviscerate doesn't counter turn 6 Thurison. So I'll think about that. Anyway, so all done. We've done some deck update. Oops, that's not what I want. Letting you into Behind the Veil. This is how I do my how I update my stuff. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Thanks in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I do this for the love. Any gesture of appreciation means a lot to me. I hope you guys aren't too perturbed by the Brawl being late, but look in the show notes. I'll have a number of links in the show notes about the Brawl and you know, the Blizzard PR stuff and so on and so forth. Anyway, so until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and this is No Dust signing off.